Detroit would probably explode. Black bottom. Detroit would probably explode.
All these police, every time you see one of them, he gonna stop a brother. He don't never stop no white. That's why we out here riding, and we gonna keep on riding until they stop all this.
The world is increasingly violent. People are increasingly violent. They are completely blaming each other. And furthermore, the structures of power that run America and run the world basically see the resolution of issues, as we've seen in recent headlines, as using more violence to try to resolve things. And children do what they see other people doing. As much as people try to make youth the enemy and say that it's youth violence, I contend that it's adult violence that makes the issues that youth respond to. So basically, we're trying to save young people.
Kids, all this started off a run from the police. Don't run, stop. Coalition Against Police Brutality came around when I lost a son, and I acknowledged them and embraced them, and they wanted to start an organization called the Peace Zone, and I was with it. I knew I needed to restore peace in our neighborhoods. I didn't know how I was going to do it, and I was glad that they came up with the theme of Peace Zone.
Peace Zones for Life is basically, the plan is to find ways to have a nonviolent resolution of conflict among people in neighborhoods. It's also a plan basically to minimize the need for police in efforts to resolve conflict, because in many cases what we found in the Coalition Against Police Brutality is that when police are involved in a situation, roughly 80% of the police runs are related to domestic violence and or substance abuse. Those are neighborhood problems.
We need to restore the communication in our neighborhoods. If you see anyone or children or anybody doing anything wrong, speak up. Love one another. Take care of one another. That's what this is about. Peace Zone is about taking care of one another.
Peace is not something that is absent humanity. Peace is the normal state of human beings if they're not suppressed and oppressed economically, politically, and socially. So essentially it is not a religion, but it certainly is a cause. It certainly is an advocacy basis. It certainly is a focus in which we want to, basically we do want to transform humanity, because we have to get back to our natural selves. This circumstance under capitalist racism is not our normal self.
Being involved with the Detroit Coalition Against Police Brutality, oftentimes when we would go out to cases where people have been brutalized by the police, we found that families would be confrontational with each other, families that were involved, and we had to intervene and to keep them at bay and to stop family members from continuing the violence by fighting one another. And as we continued to do this, we realized that our focus was not only to highlight or bring out the issue of police brutality, but also that we needed to institute some kind of peaceful means so people can at least resolve whatever the problem was that they were really having. And so it kind of was born out of a need to allow families an opportunity to come with some kind of peaceful resolution as we worked with them around the issue of police brutality.
We can't live like babies and adolescents and start throwing stones and shooting at people and trying to take over nations or companies or countries or neighborhoods or whatever. We can't live like that anymore. Martin Luther King said in the Beloved Community, he said that if we have an eye for an eye and tooth for tooth. Everybody will die, eyeless and toothless.
And this is something that is not a fad. This is going to have to become a reality for human beings to recognize that, you know, on the path we are on now, I just don't see a real future for our children unless we start now turning it in the other direction and moving towards a peaceful way to deal with our problems.
Change your situation from violence to peace. Peace within yourself, peace within your community, peace within your home.
Tell your homies and your girlfriends that when you out there and somebody is making a negative choice, turn them around, pull them back. You know, use common sense to let them know that that's not going to be the way that you guys want to roll. Roll with peace instead of violence.
We need everybody to help us. The walk is just a start to get the people out, to see that someone is thinking like they're thinking. Our job is to pay attention to what's going on in our neighborhoods before things get out of hand. Peace zones. I thank you guys for coming to restore peace in my neighborhood and hope that peace will be restored in our neighborhood due to everything that's happening in this neighborhood. We done lost officers, children, kids, all kinds of things is going on in this neighborhood. But due to peace zones, you guys are to help to restore peace in this neighborhood, and we're going to grab you and we're going to walk right on and restore peace in this neighborhood as of this day.
Well, in terms of intervention strategy, what I've said to young people and what we've said in the Detroit Coalition Against Police Brutality, more importantly, is that people have the option, people have the choice, which we tell even police officers. They have 10 levels of de-escalation. You have to take the responsibility. It is not something that makes you a punk to de-escalate a situation. When you de-escalate a situation, when you step back from it, when you analyze it, when you take time to think, when you take an extra breath, when you do not engage, then you are really in control of the situation. When you react to someone who challenges you, then you're in a situation where they're controlling what you do. And I understand that you're not always in a situation to stop that. Somebody drives by and shoots, you can't stop that. But what you can do is that you can talk to people and find out, you know, why something happened as opposed to just becoming a part of what's happening against you. You also, as a person, you have the right and the responsibility in your neighborhood before something happens, usually, and this is the framework of Peace Zones for Life, people normally know that it's going to happen. People will say stuff. This is going to go down. This is going to happen. I'm going to get you. They put it on Facebook today. So you can begin to de-escalate even before it happens. You can challenge the folks. You can raise the questions about, why does this make sense? Why would you even do this? Why would you even think about this? So rather than seeing yourself as being punked out for not getting involved, why don't you punk somebody out for being involved in that situation?
It looks like this summer gonna be a rough one for us, y'all. It looks like it's gonna be hot. It looks like everybody is going crazy. But I expect us to hold a peaceful mind out here. It's up to us to stop it. This is the year that we can change things around. I'm not claiming it. I don't need you to claim it. I need you to help us restore peace in this neighborhood, in our city, the best way we know how. This is our city. We're going to beat the statistics. Let's do it together. Everybody, love, hands together, peace for life.
Everybody out here, we know that this is going to be a critical summer for us. It's going to be hot. We know that emotions are going to be running high, you know, with everything that's going on in our city and the world abroad. But the only one that's going to bring us justice is us. We have to restore our justice. We have to give it to ourselves, do ourselves a favor, and give ourselves justice, because it's only going to be us that's going to do it. So peace zones for life, peace zones for life, peace zones for life. Peace.
So we're pushing peace, peace zones for life. That's the way to go. In 2011 on to 2025, we want to see a peaceful resolution amongst the people. Peace.
Me, myself, I made a choice to not react on the violence of what happened to me and to regain strength off the violence that what happened to me. But I'm looking for justice and I'm looking for peace.
Red eye on your sparrows. People come with medals. Robots on your pedal. God's lost with the devil. Conception is present. Suggestions has risen. Well, government improvement cause murdering. Oh no, no.
Born in a shaded gray, lost in the whirlwind days. Peace to the souls in the grave that never had a chance, man. Now we standing in the last days where there's so much suffering and pain. But tell me who's to blame? Staring in the mirror, do you trust reflections? Dang.